What is up, everybody? Today we are in Delaware and we're gonna try doing what we do back home down here. Not sure if it'll work, but I went out last night, flipped a few rocks, got a few mud crabs. They're right in here, and we're gonna try and take this kayak out to like a rock pile near an inlet and drop some crabs down, see what's there. My assumption is there's probably going to be a decent amount of tog, but we're hoping to see like some sheepshead or some other, you know, species like that. So stay tuned. I'll be honest, man, it's been a minute since I fished down in Delaware. Kind of interesting, you know, area in the back bays here. A lot of shallow water. In fact, like where we're passing through is really, really shallow. I mean, right now we're almost on the top of the tide, which allowed me to launch where I launched, but you know, a lot of the deeper water is just a main channel that runs along the bay. Everything else is kind of like a real shallow bay, so kind of handicapped at where I could go. I mean, you could see bottom here. It's not very deep, but in fact, kind of neat. By the time I turn this corner though, I should have some deeper water. Just waiting for the Lowrance to pick it up. Well, you don't see that very often. I didn't even know the US Postal Service delivered on the water. That's kind of cool. Just like random mailbox out here on the marsh. I'll tell you what, it's got to be miserable checking your mail, cutting through all them high reeds. All right, so let's we'll start with this little guy. Ooh, looks like a perfect size mud crab. Now, I was only able to really wrangle up like 2 dozen, but some of them are kind of huge. This one's kind of like the perfect size, in my opinion. Like that. Just big enough to feed on the hook. But I actually got a few that were monstrous that we probably could cut in half, or I think one we could actually even quarter, if you could believe that. I'm gonna just cut just a corner off, just get that scent in the water. There we go. We're gonna start right here, try these pilings. If we don't get much, we'll move on. All right, here goes the first drop. See if anything's lurking. Little hit though. Oh. I think it's a tog. No, croaker. Jeez Louise. Well, that's a start. Might keep a few. That's like a decent sized one to eat. For good luck, we'll let you go. All right, let's see if we can't catch something on this crab. I just missed a solid hit. Oop, there's some hits right away. There we go. Croaker maybe? Yeah, man. That's a big croaker. Holy, that's like that Cape May special sized right there, baby. See, something like that, I'm gonna keep a handful like that. Let's see. In Delaware, I believe they gotta be 8 inches. I know he's definitely 8. Yeah, 12 inches. I won't keep anything under 12. Tell you what, it's gonna be a long day if there's a lot of croakers around like that, because they'll just go to town on these crabs. So I'm gonna give this maybe another shot, maybe on the other piling, and if we don't see much there, might have to move elsewhere. Yeah, it looks like a good piece right there. I'm gonna try another drop right here. Definitely some fish on these pilings. Oh, there we go. Sheep. That's what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Although we don't want to take a sheep's head spine to the foot, that would hurt. That's like a perfect eating size, but we're gonna let this guy go. Now, I believe in Delaware there is no regulation for sheepshead, kind of like New Jersey, but he wasn't getting away, man. He freaking inhaled that hook. I'm gonna use that pliers just so I don't damage him. They're such cool fish though. There we go. They are tricky to catch though if you've never really fished for them before. There he goes, off to become a new state record hopefully. Tell you what, that brings me a lot of joy. I've never actually caught a sheepshead in Delaware before. Granted, I've never actually tried for them. I've always tried for Tautog from like the inlet rocks, but kind of cool to see that same techniques, you know, that I use back home can be used here and be effective. I probably lost, I don't know, 2 or 3 sheep so far that might not make the video, because I don't want to. I try not to make these videos filler. I try and make them more like action packed, but I lost 1 on each of these pilings. So I'm gonna go back to the well over here. That's where we picked up that last one. I think there's a lot of croakers mixed in, which kind of makes it a little bit tougher, but try dropping it right here. There's definitely some bigger marks, which I'd assume have to be sheep. I'd think they would be sheep. I don't know, maybe they're big croakers. That'd be a heck of a mark for a croaker. I mean, like, ooh, I was just getting a hit and I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the bow of my kayak. They might have cleaned me. Almost. Ooh, there we go, there we go. Oh, gotta get him out. Oh, he's trying to get me in there. I could feel him, he's wrapped in there. Oh, it's gonna be a miracle if we get him up. Oh. Gotta pull him away from this. Man, that's a Tautog. Holy smokes. Look at this size Tautog. My God. Oh my goodness. Talk about, that is Tautogzilla right there, boy. Holy smokes. Look at this freaking monster. That is a humongous back bay Tautog. All right. We're gonna get this guy back to the depths. Holy smokes, what a stud. I'm gonna lay him on my lap just for a sec. I had a weird feeling that was a Tautog too, man, but I didn't think, I was like, there's no way it could be a Tautog, it's probably a sheep. Man, whenever he's ready, he'll leave me. There he goes. Man, what a awesome fish that was. I'll be honest with you, man, I'll be shocked if there's another monster Tautog on this dock, because I feel like fish like that are like kind of like the alpha of that piling. I see it all the time with sheepshead. You know, especially where I live, you can pull multiple sheepshead off of a single piling, but sometimes there's only like one monster. They kind of like, it's like their territory. I'll tell you what, this crab I just put on is gonna be a one-hit wonder. Either we're gonna get real lucky and hook something, or we're gonna lose it real quick, because it is like bite-sized crab. Oh, I think I might have lost it. It's like the most fragile hit. Nah, I got him. It's definitely something different. Maybe a croaker. No, a pigfish. I was gonna say, definitely had a different feel to him. You ever wonder why they call them pigfish? All All right, we're starting to get to the big boys. Kind of polished off most of the small ones. These ones I'm just gonna split in half, just because I'll probably drop back on this piling again. Maybe there's more than one monster on this one, but typically it's usually like a one and done. There we go. That's a tog. Yeah, 100% gotta be a tog. Yeah. Small one, man, compared to that last guy. What's funny is this guy's probably only like, I don't know, 13, maybe 13 and a half inches. I think I just missed a really good sheepshead hit on this piling. And they could be real finicky, man. I've noticed sometimes, like, you may only get 1 or 2 legit shots at like those big guys, and if you miss, they usually kind of get skeptical. I've seen that before. Oh, there's some hits. Oh. I'm not sure what that is. Another tog, yeah. He might have swept in and stole it from the sheep, because that wasn't, you could always get those, you always get those prototypical tog hits. Whoa, easy buddy. Now see, a crab this size is like perfect. It fits on the hook just enough, and then you just trim corner of the shell off. 1, it gets the scent out, and 2, it leaves the hook slightly exposed enough where if you go to set the hook, you're not trying to set through a shell, you're actually setting, you know, through an open area, which will definitely help your hook set if you're missing these fish a lot. A lot of times people have the hook buried too deep where you can't really do much. Ooh, there's a sheep hit. Little tap, tap, tap. Come on, come back. Every once in a while, if you get that hit and you lift up, don't feel anything, what I'll try and do if I'm suspended is drop it a little bit, because that free fall sometimes will trigger another bite. But most of the sheepshead I've been seeing recently with the warmer water have been deeper in the water column, if you could believe that. Like off the bottom pretty much. Ooh. Oh. I think another tog. It's got that tog head dig. Oh no. Oh no. You knew he had to make his appearance. Mr. Oyster Toad. I always say it's kind of funny how happy they are when they get reeled in. Look how happy he is. It's like a little puppy. It's like wagging his tail. It's like, I know you're on vacation, I can't give you a break. They have like a, they must have like a network, or the New Jersey ones talk to the Delaware ones and say, hey, he's gonna be down this week. Just make sure you guys steal his crabs. He was not getting away. Holy moly, there we go. All right, I'm gonna try and drop straight to the bottom here. See if we can't pick up whatever we're marking. I think it could be croakers. Yeah, that felt like a croaker hit right there. Oh, tog. Gotta be. Yeah. Well, we know that there's tog on this piling. They must be mixed in with the croakers, because I'm seeing some real interesting looking marks. Either that or it's a huge school of baby tog. I'm gonna try a blind cast underneath here. I'm not sure if anything's just sitting, chilling under this dock. I've been mostly fishing pilings, but trying to, oh, there's a hit. There we go. I was gonna say, you never know. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's what's hunting. I was gonna say, that didn't feel good. Holy smokes, man. Now I'll tell you what, that's a, if you're gonna keep an oyster toadfish, man, that's the size you want to keep right there. I want to feed the family. Alright, drop it where we just got robbed a few times. Maybe we'll get one more shot at this fish. There's little taps. There we go. There we go. That's a nice tog, I think. Yeah, that's a tog. And I believe in Delaware these have to be 16 to keep, which this guy'd probably be, if I had to guess, borderline keeper, possibly heartbreak on a hook, like 1/2 inch under. But we're not keeping them today.